Wait. Hi, my name is Haninah binti Zainuddin and my current number is 17DHF 1XF2009.
Regulation 3.
Food the request, writing warranty. Number 1 is multiple food for baby and children. Number 2 is grade-based food for baby and children. And number 3 is dye. And number 4 is flavoring ingredient. Number 5 is milk powder full of cream. And number 6 is baby formula. And number 7 is skim milk powder. And number 8 and the last is tea powder, tea extract, and tea money.
Next, Regulation 4.
Sampling procedure for physical and chemical analysis. Chemical and physical sampling. In the office before sampling, identify the number and type of sample to be taken. Check the sampling kit and sample delivery checklist. Identify other authorized office who will be involved in the activity. Make sure the power of attorney card is brought along. Okay, the last is make sure you have enough cash for the purchase of food sample. Chemical and physical sampling in the file before the sampling. The authorized office introduction himself and show the power of attorney card. State the purpose of the visit. Okay, next, the authorized office select the food to be sampled. Once the food is collected, get a purchase receipt for the food. Implement sampling procedure in accordance with the food regulation 1985. Okay, next is label the mark the sample portion of the food as will do it with a formal seal. And issue a food sampling note to be person responsible.
Hello, my name is Nordina Aina binti Nordisham. 17 DHF 18F 2025. Okay, let me explain what is Regulation 5 641. Okay, come here, I'll tell you. Regulation 5. Procedure on taking sample for microbiological analysis. This procedure outlines the procedure of food sample former for microbiological analysis with requirement in the Food Act 1983 and the Food Regulation 1985. Okay, before start you take sample at premise, you must introduce yourself and show your certificate card and state the purpose of the visit. Okay, number 2, witness or accompanied by a person who responsible and choose the food to be a sample. Number 3, get a signed receipt and also get the stamp of the premise. Number 4, label on food sample. Number 5, issue a food sample notice to that person responsible. Okay, for after, number 1, sample record in the sample register book. Number 2, analysis request. Number 3, send food sample to the lab in 24 hours. Number 4, sample submission by a tourist official. And number 5, get a sample. Number 6, receive food sample description report. Number 7, record the result. And the last one, review the result of the analysis. Okay, this is a food sampling procedure. Okay, this is an example label for food sample. Number 1 must be 4 copy. Number 2 should be fit to each part for the sample. 3 should be with request for analysis.
Sorry, I forget. Okay, let me introduce myself. Okay, my name is Siti binti Abdullah. My matric number is 17 DHF 18 2017. Okay, I want to share you guys about regulations 1985. Okay, you know what like akta makanan? Okay, for me, I got section 7 and 8. Let me I explain what for section 7 and 8. Okay, let's go. Let me explain. Sorry. Okay, let me explain about regulation 7, section 7, food regulation 1985. Okay. Request for analysis of food and certificate analysis. Okay, first, as a request for analysis of food samples shall be made in the form as of specific in the third schedule. You can see this. Okay. Okay. 2. A certificate for the result of analysis given by a person. The analyst shall follow the form as prescribed in the fourth schedule. This you can see. Okay, that's all about request for analysis food and certificate for of analysis. Let me introduce about sample of food. Okay, what sample of food? Okay, sample of food processed to check a food safe is do not contain harmful contaminants, permitted additive at acceptable level. Ingredient as its label declaration are correct. Okay, contohlah kan. Yang saya faham, sample of food ni dia macam kita ambil makanan tu sedikit. Contoh ada kes keracunan makanan di kafe ke mana-mana ke, kita ambil setiap makanan tu sedikit demi sedikit, and then kita samplekan dia, kita bawa ke makmal. Okay? Okay, jom kita tunjuk example. Okay?
Regulation 37.
Component of consider. For it, discussion content in the food does not include preservation, sweetness, dyes and antioxidants. No one can store and use material that can cause contamination while preparing food. And the last is no one may import, supply and inverted material content in the constitute of considers.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Faizul Amri. My matric number is 17-18F2049. Today I want to tell about regulation. Okay, first, regulation 38, metal contaminant. No person shall import, prepare or advertise for sale or sell any food. No person shall import, prepare or advertise for sale or sell any food specific in column 1 of tables 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D and 1E to the 40 schedule which contains the substances set out in the heading of the said table in a proportion greater than the maximum permitted proportion specific. Opposite that food in the column 2 of the tables. Okay, then no person shall import, prepare or advertise for sale or sell the food additive specific in column 1 of the table 2 to the 40 schedule which contain the substances set out in the heading to column 2 to 8 of the said table in a proportion greater than the maximum permitted proportion specific opposite that food additive in the column therefore applicable to the substances. Okay, then the issue related to metal contaminant. The article is I found in internet. The article is in April 9, 2019, and the article made by bernama. Okay, next regulation 38A 3-monochloropropane -1 2-diol 3-MCPD. No person shall import, prepare or advertise for sale or sell any food specific in column 1 of the 14 schedule which contain 3-monochloropropane -1 2-diol 3-MCPD in a proportion greater than the maximum permitted promotion specific opposite that food in column 2 of the schedule. The compound has extract attention as the most common member of chemical food contaminant known as chloropropanol. It is suspected to be carcinogenic in humans. It is produced in food treated at high temperature with hydrochloric acid to speed up protein hydrolysis. As a byproduct of these processes, chloride can react with the glycerol backbone of lipids to produce 3-MCPD. 3-MCPD can also occur in food that have been in contact with material containing epichlorohydrin-based wet strength resin which are used in the production of some kebab and sausage casing. Okay, at the side I have some pictures of example regulation 38A. Next, issue related to 3-MCD. The article I found is in the internet by DG of Health on 20 in 2018. Next, regulation 39, microorganism and their toxin. In this regulation, microorganisms and their toxins includes bacteria, fungi and their toxin. No person shall import, prepare or advertise for sale or sell any food ready for consumption that is contaminated with pathogenic microorganism. No person shall import, prepare or advertise for sale or sell any food excluding water. No person shall import, prepare or advertise for sale or sell any food which contains the mycological contaminant. Okay, at the below have some picture of microorganism in the food. Next, issue related microorganism and their toxin. The article I found also in the internet. The sources of this article is My News Hub. Gambar di atas menunjukkan makanan itu tidak boleh lagi dimakan kerana dijangkiti mikroorganism. Okey, sekian saja presentation dari saya. Thank you.
Okay, hi. Let me explain about regulations section 40. Okay. You know drug residue? Okay. Drug residue in this regulations drugs mean any substance or mixtures used internally or externally for therapeutic purpose. Okay. 2. Prophylactics or cures promotes of functional modification, physiology or behavior of animal. Okay. Drugs residue means the parents compounds of the drugs and or its metabolites in any parts are edible in animal product. Okay. Residue associated with foreign object of the drug in question. Okay. No one may import, sell, disclose or offer for sale or delivery any food for human or food was the first drug. Okay. that's all for me. Okay, I give the next presenter. Dini.
Yes, boss, my turn. Hi everyone. Okay, and last regulation 41. Okay, let me explain. Pesticide residue that may be left behind in food crop due to the use of pesticide to control the crops that are not damaged. Pesticide residue in food crops are controlled by a limit value for 0.01 mg per kilogram. Maximum value allowed only and in accordance with Food Regulations 1985. Okay, this is issue for pesticide residue. Okay, that's all for us. Thank you.